Hello, welcome to Super Radish and welcome to some more Kerbal Space Program. So I've got a modded save on here and I've got the outer planetary mods, and there is a little planet or something called Quazen, and I really wanted to see what it was, so I thought I'd do a little probe. I've made it already and I'm just doing the launch vehicle for it, just a simple rocket. I didn't want to do anything too crazy. Yeah, I thought I'd just send a probe, see what's there, see if it's worth exploring more, as in sending Kerbals there. And also maybe even building some sort of space base or something along those lines. But yeah, it'll just be a simple, cheap rocket, which I have called Raiden X, which sounds badass, I've got to say. Yeah, the name is better than the rocket, I'll be honest with you. So yeah, once this is ready to rock, which it nearly is, as you can see, it's a simple two-stage rocket with some side sort of boosters there, well, not boosters really, because they're liquid fuel engines as well. That'll feed all the fuel into the central stage. Here we are. Shining Helios is the name of the mission to Quazen, powered by the Raiden X, which just sounds just awesome. And yeah, the planet is at a very strange sort of plane. It's very difficult. It looks very difficult to get to. By planet, I'm saying that in the loosest terms, because as you'll very shortly see, I don't think it's a planet. It's a very small object, and that might be why I had so much trouble finding it and getting in there, basically, because it's got a really small sphere of influence. It's got obviously very limited gravity, so to get captured by it is super hard. And there we are, we're on a suborbital trajectory there, dropping off our side tanks and engines, and we are in orbit, or nearly in orbit, we're nearly. And now is time to get rid of our fairing, and there's our probe in all its glory. It's really simple. I couldn't be bothered to make anything complicated. I am hopefully going to make something more exciting in missions ahead. It's just a straight up science probe with self-powered big dish. Yeah, that's all I can say about it. And yeah, that came up with pretty much all of its fuel, so that's quite a lot of delta V there, more than enough, I was hoping. But in the end, to be honest with you, my biggest issue was yeah, I couldn't get to Quazen. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get there, so I had to cheat. I used the cheats to get there, because after about an hour and a half of trying to get a sort of a meeting with Quazen, it just didn't happen. So yeah, I used the cheats, and as you'll see, that's the only way I could get there. The other planets I'm not going to do that with, because they're much bigger. I'm looking forward to Sarnus in particular, which is basically the sort of equivalent of Saturn. And here we are separating from our sort of core stage here, which is nice. Here we go, and off it goes into the distance. And here we are at Quazen, which turns out is a space potato. It is it looks like a potato, like a grey potato, like it's been out in the sack too long. And it spins like an absolute lunatic. Look at it, spinning around. You know, you're not going to want to sort of send a Kerbal there, because it just looks completely insane and yeah, crazy. I don't know why I was getting that science instruments out here, because yeah, I'm on a sandbox playthrough, so I can't. Yeah, I just really wanted to see the new planets, and I couldn't wait through a career save to do it. But if you look at the way the textures work, it's sort of like almost like it's alive. The stuff's moving around. I think that's part of it. Kind of rendering. I think it's a rendering issue with it being spinning so fast, so I think the game's just struggling to render it properly. But I thought we'd come in for a bit of a almost like touch it or maybe land on it. I thought that would be not much else I could do really without Kerbals. And yeah, I accidentally flew it into the surface, but that in its own is its own science experiment. Look at that. That is a potato, isn't it, dudes? Or maybe some sort of like turnip or something like that. I don't know. Let's call it a space turnip. It's not a space radish though. and I thought we'd go for another sort of flyby. But unfortunately on this one I ran out of fuel, which is really bloody stupid, isn't it? But yeah, that's why it's important to watch how much liquid fuel you have left and not just sort of, yeah, ignore it. So I had a very close encounter with the ground here, or the surface I should say, and yeah, it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I say cool in that it's something new, but overall it looks a bit like sort of Minmus, doesn't it? Or the Mun, maybe more like Minmus, slightly less bluey green. And that is the point. I ran out of fuel and thought, uh-oh. So time for a unscheduled landing, and we lost it. Yeah, other than losing a solar panel, we did alright. It wasn't too bad. So yeah, I landed it on there. There's not much else I can do because I ran out of fuel. And that is it for this mini mission. I'm not sure where I'm going to go next. Possibly Sarnus. I don't know, but we'll see. Maybe an asteroid. I don't know, because this is kind of like an asteroid, isn't it? But a proper asteroid. I don't know what the hell this is. Dwarf planet, I don't know. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Stay awesome, love you, bye.